This is the Athlete of the Week, and it's brought to you by Diamond Point and Sauk Center here on Midmnsports. And with us today is a athlete from Melrose High School, but also wrestling and playing football. And, well, tell us about yourself. This is Luke Leisner. We'd like to start out and tell us about your family, okay?
Yep, I'm Luke Leisner. My parents are Bon and Lene. I have 3 siblings. I live in Melrose. I live in Lake Sylvia, actually, north of town. And, yeah, I play football in the fall. I wrestle here in the winter, and I play baseball in the spring.
All right. So let's touch on, let's just go through the seasons right now. You're wrestling. How are things going for you so far?
Yeah, so far so good. I'm 5-2 on the year. As a team, we're 2-2 in our duels.
We're at 152. Leisner in the down position, up to his feet immediately. He's quick off that whistle. Now tries to separate, sits down, turns inside, tries to sit out, tries to reverse him, picks up the leg, and he has him. Leisner has 2 on the reversal. Now Harshorn got back to his stomach, but Luke Leisner on that move will win 8-5. So now, being a senior, certainly the goal is always to get to that state tournament, to the state wrestling meet. What does that look for you down the road here?
Yeah, we actually just looked at my potential weight classes for sections, and yeah, I think at 145 I actually have a shot. It could be legit, so we'll see.
So as you look at that and you kind of see who's in that, don't you, right?
Yep.
Are these guys that you've competed against before?
Yeah, well, most of these guys I've wrestled over the years and I've never beat, so and now they're up a weight class or they're down a weight class or they just graduated, so.
All right.
That'll be
so as you wrestle, can you say the style that you use?
Yeah, I'm not very too aggressive. I don't like to force things, but if the shot's there, I'll take it. If I need to do something, I'll definitely go after it, but I'm not going to throw up 15 points in a match and if I can get a pin, I'll definitely pin them.
So as you take on some of these top guys that you're going to face here eventually, is it a matter of matching up your styles? Do you change your style or describe that too?
Yeah, you got to stick to your style, but you also got to just take advantage of the opportunities that you have. I mean, that's huge, because if you don't shoot, don't get off the bottom, then it's not much.
And as you describe your style then too, are you better at some things and you kind of stay with that, or do you try to always add to what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm not probably the greatest on my feet. I'm probably the best on bottom and on top. So that does take into account to how I will approach a match and who I'm facing. But otherwise, for the most part, yeah, I'm pretty well-rounded, I'd say.
You know, let me ask you this about wrestling too, because you have to watch your weight, obviously, to be at that weight. What did you weigh when you played football this fall?
I weighed about 165 was my peak, I think.
Wow. And you're wrestling at what now?
152.
152. Okay, because last year at 45, right?
After Christmas, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So now you got to drop weight, right? How do you do that?
Yeah, it's definitely not easy, but, you know, I'm a pretty healthy eater, thanks to my mom. And, yeah, usually eat more in the morning and then less as the day goes on, and snack very often.
So give us some advice, because we can all learn from this. You say you're a healthy eater compared to not a healthy eater. What are the differences here?
My sugar intake is pretty low, and I don't eat a lot of chips, and I don't drink pop for sure. And yeah, portion sizes is definitely a little bit smaller than it is during football.
In general then, do wrestlers, as you see teammates or any guys doing this, is this hard to do?
It is probably the hardest thing I'll ever endure in my life, honestly.
Because then after wrestling is done, what do? Just go?
Yeah, hit up BK and McDonald's for lunch every day. Okay. That would be.
All right, because again, it's the part of wrestling that I personally just really have issues with. That when I see some of these athletes come out after football, and you look at them, and towards the end, it's like, man, they don't look healthy.
Yeah, it's definitely a grind, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. So is it worth it for you?
It is worth it for me, yeah. I mean, it teaches you a lot of self-control, and who knows down the line what things you might have to give up when you're older. So
it's almost then, too, I want to touch on just the general state of affairs with wrestling itself. The numbers are, you know, they are what they are. How do you see the wrestling team now and through the years you've been doing this for a while, and where's it going?
Yeah, it's definitely going on a little decline. We didn't have a couple guys come out, but the people that stick with it will stay with it when they're older. I think those guys will have great opportunities to be good. But yeah, as a team, we could struggle in the future, I think.
So as you see some of the younger guys, do you give them any words of advice or encouragement? Or maybe I should ask you, why would somebody want to become a wrestler?
Well, it does teach you to work hard, and working hard is definitely a key cornerstone to having a good life as you're growing up and as you become a man. So, and it's fun to beat up someone on the mat sometimes. So,
And not get beat up yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
That's very important. I'll keep that in mind. So let's touch on football. You had a very good senior season. And again, when you look at football then, too, what is the deal with all these guys that play football for Melrose?
Yeah, I had a pretty fun senior year this year. And, yeah, we had some great athletes. A lot of my friends are great athletes, great people to be around. And, yeah, I had a blast hanging with them.
As I watch you play football, too, especially defensively, you're very quick. You're always right there at the right spot. Can I ask you this, or in this way? As you line up and you've practiced whatever you're practicing and you see they're set over there, what are you looking at, and how do you determine, I'm going to go here now?
Yeah, I don't know. Most of it is instinctual, but I've watched a lot of film. I watch film with my dad a lot, too, and it's just you pick up on the small things. You can read the quarterback's eyes. If he does a certain move or a little pump fake, he's going to come back here. So, I don't know. It's just picking up on the little things and taking note to those.
It seems to me, too, through the years of watching Melrose football, you guys tackle very well. Is this something that you work on a lot?
Yeah, we do. They stress tackling a lot
And
when we do our defensive drills. Yeah.
Yeah, what sort of techniques or what are you working on?
It's just like putting your head, biting the ball is what they call it, and you got to use your hips. You can't just use your arms. You got to get your feet in there and use your hips to bring them down.
Now, as you mentioned, your dad, Vaughn Glazner, is one of the football coaches, the wrestling coach as well. What is your relationship with? He's your dad, but he's also your coach.
Yeah, it's almost like a blessing and a curse. It's sometimes wish he could be in the stands watching you instead of yelling at you and pushing you as hard as he does. But otherwise, he's like a best friend, so he's out for my best interests, and I appreciate that. And yeah, we have a pretty good relationship.
Do you feel that sometimes he's on you more than others, or what goes on there?
I don't think he's on me that much, but he probably could if he wanted to. But he doesn't yell at me a whole lot now that I think of it. But
okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Say, I wanted to touch on this, too, with your brother during the winter. He's a swimmer. You're a wrestler. Your dad's the wrestling coach. Maybe it was more for him. How did he end up swimming, or how did you not end up swimming?
Yeah, he used to wrestle in elementary school, and yeah, he just wasn't his thing. So he tried swimming and he loved it, and he was pretty good at it. So that's what he stuck with. And yeah, my dad supported him. I remember we used to go to as many meets as we could. So that was good. It's a good change up too. Swimming is.
I want to ask you the same question that I asked Brady Hellman. After a win at the Melrose Field, which you've had some pretty good ones, and then you're standing in front of the stands and you're going to sing the song, and then you do what you do. What are you seeing and what are you feeling when you get to that moment?
Yeah, it's pretty cool because everybody's cheering for you and the team, and then you get to go out and sing the school song that means so much to everybody. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's just kind of the height of excitement, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and none of us are good at singing, but when you sing all together, it kind of covers it up. So
very good. No, that is fun.
Yeah.
So baseball then too. What do you do on the baseball team?
I catch.
All right, and how does that go for you? How did you end up catching? Because not everybody wants to do that.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's just one of those things that no one wanted to do it, so I did it, and yeah. I've done it for a long time, and yeah, it's fun. It's the best seat in the house.
Yeah, this is another thing, too, with Melrose guys. Man, everybody just wants to play, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
So how does this all start when you're younger kids, or are you all buddies, or what's going on there?
Yeah, we have a pretty competitive class our senior class at Melrose is pretty competitive, and yeah, for sure the athletes get competitive, and we always push each other to be better.
Can I ask you, who are some of the guys that you hang out with?
Brady Hellman, Jesse Mindorf, and Scott Eckela. Pretty tight with those guys.
You know, and with your family too, with your dad and your brother and everybody, they're all involved. What does that mean to you when you, as you compete in all these athletics?
Yeah, it's fun knowing that I have a good support group that I can always fall back to, and they come and watch me, which is always cool.
Nelson, a junior quarterback. In the backfield too with him is Luke Glazner, one of the seniors. 3rd and long, little swing pass off to Glazner. Got around one. He's got some running room coming up field now. He's got the first down. He's going to the end zone, and Luke Glazner will score. Touchdown, Dutchman. So, being a senior now, what's in the plans for you?
Next fall, I'll probably will be attending Bethel University for a degree in nursing, hopefully.
Is that right?
Yep.
Now, what took you down that path?
Well, my sister's a nurse, and that's where she went, so she kind of won me over with that idea.
Hey, it's been fun watching you compete, and good luck in the future, and keep in touch, okay?
Yep, thank you.
All right, that's Luke Glazner. He is the Athlete of the Week and is brought to you by Diamond Point in Sauk Center here on Midminnesota Sports.